Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your reading today. It's so lovely to be reading for you. If you're joining me for the first time, you are very welcome. And certainly if you're returning, I'd like to thank you all for your ongoing support while I try and rebuild this channel. And thank you for subscribing because it really helps. Also, all the likes. Thank you so much. It's good to know that, you like the videos that I'm putting out, so thank you so much. Right, let's get started. We're going to, whoops, we've got jumpy cards. We're going to have a look at the energies that are around you at the moment. We're going to look at any messages from spirit, what they want you to know, any action takes, action takes. It's like action. Any action steps, I meant to say, that spirit want you to be aware of or to take. So, wow. Yes, I remember now you had the most extraordinary reading last time. I've never had a reading like that ever, Capricorn. So, I will try and remember to join it on the end, not join it on the end, but to highlight it at the end of this video. If you haven't seen it, it was extraordinary. Anyway, we have on the bottom deception. This is very interesting. It's very similar to a reading I did for one of the other signs yesterday. So this is really interesting. I can't remember which one, having said that. Right, let's get started. So, Capricorn, I feel like at the moment you're just literally playing it safe. You're literally just not wanting to push your boundaries at the moment, not wanting to discover new things, keeping your world quite small. Feels like there's an issue around safety for you, and I don't feel that that is an external issue. I don't feel that you're under threat of any type, but maybe emotionally you feel that you need to be settled, you need to be just in your own space for a little while before you start any new adventures or, travel further afield. We see this lady here. She's quite happy sitting there despite everything else going on around her. We have fireworks going off here and, the sun is beckoning her to come for new adventures. But she's very pensive. She's thinking things through. She's doing a lot of reflecting. And I think she's just happy just to be settled where she is. So spirit are saying it's not necessary for you to be like that at the moment, Sagittarius, unless it feels right for you. If it feels right for you, then by all means, stay where you are at the moment. I'm going to be interested to see what tarot they give me with that, though. It feels a very settled energy. So as I say, if this is something that you feel you need at the moment, then, spirit support you in doing that. For some of you, there has been a sense of loss. Now, whether that is a loss of someone you were close to, a family member or a friend or a pet, whoever this was, I feel that, at the moment, maybe emotionally you're trying to come to terms with something. That may be why you feel the need to just hunker down and stay in your own space for a little while you process those emotions. For others of you, this could be about an opportunity something that you'd hope to get involved in, maybe work at a new place or, work on something new. But it seems like the opportunity is fading away from you. Again, the tarot is going to give us some more information in a moment, but it's almost like, it's interesting that we have the rope here with this guy. He's very much anchored to this post. And that's the feeling here is that it's of your choosing. The feeling there is that there's almost a feeling of, you know, not able to move forward. Spirit is saying that isn't true. In fact, they were quite cross when they just said that to me. That's not true. So, you know, it may be that that's what you're feeling at the moment, but Spirit want to avoid you getting stuck in that mindset, because that isn't how it actually is. There is forward movement possible, and they show this through the transformation card here. So again, there's something very much here about you sitting in your emotions, but not staying there forever, not being afraid to actually take those steps to move forward. I just can't wait for the tarot in this reading, and I know I often say that, but for this particular reading, I'm going to see what they say about this moving out of this stuck energy, because there's a definite transformation ahead for you. And it's something that is going to feel really good. And I tell you why it's going to feel really good is because you're going to learn a lot about yourself in this journey, in this process, Capricorn. You know, because here we see, yes, it's a card of true love, but the truest love you can have is the love for yourself. And that isn't in an egotistical way. This is about you loving your soul, loving your inner child, loving who you are meant to be, who you know, want to be on this earth. And we see here a mirror reflection of this lady. And we see that this whirling image around her, and it doesn't really matter what's going on externally. What matters is what's within. And this person is viewing themselves from a different perspective. So I do feel that, you know, once you move out of this energy, that at the moment I feel things have impacted on you emotionally. So you're deciding to stay in a place where you feel safe and secure and happy emotionally. Maybe not happy, but, you know, you feel settled emotionally. But Spirit are going to give us some advice on how you're going to move forward, because this energy will transform without a doubt, because it's here. And you are going to love what you learn about yourself. What I find interesting is this card of deception on the bottom. As I say, it's extraordinary this, because this end of the reading came up in for a different sign. But I feel the message is different for you, Capricorn. You know, I feel like you're going to really step into your power. I'll be surprised if we don't see an Empress card at this end of the reading too, because this is about you stepping into the new you, the who, you know, growing, your developmental growing, if you know what I mean. Yeah, really becoming who you want to be. And, you know, other people might have something to say about that, because if you've been, you know, very much the same for a very long time, there will be other people around you that are quite comfortable with that. And when somebody goes through a transformation and makes changes, the people around them become unsettled because they don't want their own world to be changed in any way, shape or form. So their relationship with you may change in some way. Simply because, you know, maybe you're acting differently, because you're feeling differently, you're maybe doing new things that they're not involved in. So yeah, there may be a little bit of backbiting maybe going on, you know. I don't feel it's jealousy. I just feel that they're maybe uncomfortable because the changes have made them look at themselves also. Again, maybe they're getting a touch of the mirror image that's come up for you. Right, let me just have a drink of water. Let's get the tarot out, because I'm interested to see how they're going to advise moving forward. Which tarot were we using, Spirit? Using this one. Okay, let's go. So why is Sagittarius? There might be a significant Sagittarius in your life in this scenario. Do let me know if that resonates with you. Wow. You're not, this is really interesting because look, you know, we have the Fool card. We have this, you taking a leap of faith, you know, just taking a big chance and a new start. So yes, at the moment you may have felt settled, but you may not want to stay in that energy, but don't know quite how to get out of it. But Spirit are saying there's a new beginning coming. We're bringing it in. So, you know, the Fool is a great card. I love the energy of the Fool because it opens so many new opportunities. So yes, you may be, as I say, feeling quite settled at the moment in your own space, but deep inside you feel quite sort of, maybe some of you are feeling a bit fed up, feeling like life has, you know, passed you by. But in actual fact, there's a new opportunity. Well, not a new opportunity. I feel you're going to initiate this, Capricorn. I feel that you're going to make this fresh start. So I do think that when the time is right, you'll do that anyway, you know, and maybe Spirit are creating a situation where it will be easier for you to do that. Tell us about this loss, Spirit, please. Yeah, they're going to bring you something more stable. It could be that your stability was shaken through whatever this loss was. So, for example, you know, if you had, you know, a favorite pet that you always, maybe a dog that you always enjoyed going out with, walking, playing games with, having fun with, and it, you know, that person was your stability. Spirit are saying, we're bringing a new stability in. There's very much a new offer here that is advantageous for you. And it's not about replacing your memories of your beloved pet, obviously, because those memories will always be with you. But this is something new. It's making a new start. It's something of value, something that provides you that feeling of stability again, moving forward. It's going to be different for all of you because it is a general reading. And I don't think I said before, but if you want to look at your own personal circumstances, I have a whole range of personal readings at all sorts of different prices available. The link is in the description box below, so do check that out. We have the Knight of Cups. Spirit are really helping you make this transition. Look at this beautiful knight. He comes bringing light to the situation. We saw on the very first card over here, the sun shining in the background, but you weren't ready to see the sun. But as time goes on, you're getting restless and you're in need of a new start. It's coming in. It's being brought to you with the feelings of feeling grounded, safe and stable enough to take advantage of that new start and to move forward, Capricorn. And here we have Knight of Cups energy coming in, bringing love into the situation. But importantly, and this is why they chose this deck today, because this knight looks very different to other knights in other decks. He's shining his light. So I do get the feeling that when this stability hits, whatever this is for you, this new beginning that feels stable, it just feels right for you to take that step. And it could simply be that you're ready to face the outside world again because you're feeling a bit more stable, because your emotions are a bit more balanced, Capricorn. Spirit are shining a light. They're bringing in that light with love to help you make this transformation. So do not feel that you're alone in any way, shape or form, Capricorn. Which one, Spirit? You're giving me two cards. Yeah. They're going to bring you lots of choices as well. So, you know, it's not just a matter of, oh, things are just going to be different because I'm going to jump from A to B. You'll have the choice of B, C, D, E, and F. You know what I mean? There's going to be several choices for you to make. And at the moment, if you're still in this energy, you may feel like, I don't want to make any choices. But you will feel that you want to make choices maybe a little bit further down the line. I don't feel that that's going to be long. I don't feel we're waiting months. I feel this is going to be a maximum of a few weeks that you will feel, and it will be led by you. So don't feel that suddenly your life's going to change and it's going to be out of control. It's going to be a feeling that you are going to have, that you want to make a fresh start, that you're ready to face the world, that you're feeling a bit more stable. You've got this loving energy around you, which will help with that feeling of stability, security, and you'll be in a much better position to make choices about the type of transformation you want to make. It may simply be you're going to transform your image, you know. You may transform the way you look, the way you dress, you know, the people you socialize with, maybe. It can be any sort of transformation. And you will be still, this card is coming up a lot at the moment, you will still be sitting strong. I only say sitting because the king is sitting here. Doesn't matter what has happened around you, Capricorn, you are still going to have that stability. You are still going to sit and be able to weather the storm, and you'll be so proud. As I say, you'll be doing a lot of reflecting about what you've been through, how you managed it, and you will be so proud because here you are still sitting there, still being strong. You're in king energy, so you've got this, you've got control of this, regardless of the turbulence that, you know, maybe caused the upset for you in the past. Tell us about this deception, please. Tell us about the deception. Yeah, this is exactly what I thought and exactly what I said earlier. These people are not going to like you making this change. We have the death card. The death card is about a major change, okay? And these people are going to be feeling unsettled by it because it may have an impact on their relationship with you or their life, you know, whatever that is. They're not going to enjoy the change, and that is why they're going to be talking about you, because it impacts them. They don't like it. That's exactly what we thought earlier. But you're going to be passionate about this new beginning. Oops. Ace of Wands. Again, another ace. You've got the Ace of Pentacles providing you that stability. For some of you, that can be about you building your stability financially as well. But whatever it is you're going to be doing or however you're going to be feeling, it's like you've got a renewed passion inside, Capricorn. You know, this is the beginning of you taking action to make things different, to benefit from this transformation, you know, this rediscovering that inner fire after a time where you felt the need to withdraw a bit. So, yeah, amazing. Love that for you. Right, another drink of water, and we're going to do, guess what? If you've been here before, you know at this stage I say, well, let's look at some moonology. I love to use these to draw the readings together. I'm a bit obsessed with them, to be honest. So, what messages do you have for Capricorn to bring this together, please, Spirit? Sorry, I missed that one. Thank you. We have communication is key. Yes, that is about you getting out and about in the world again, Capricorn. And it may simply be that you start with just getting to know one friend, you know. Could be as simple as that. Especially if you've been keeping yourself to yourself for a while, just seeing one person on a regular basis, talking things through with them, talking about plans for the future is what's going to carry you forward. This energy is gaining momentum, and this is what I said. At the moment, you may not feel that you want to leave the security of your home environment, but actually, as I said, deep inside, there's a little voice that's saying to you, do you though? Aren't you fed up? Don't you want to go and see people? You know, if you're able to. That energy will gain momentum, so it will feel much better for you. Those answers are coming and they're not far away, Capricorn. They're going to be here very, very soon. I love seeing this card in readings. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Yeah. I think you've been doing a lot of healing while you've been at home feeling safe. And I think, yeah, Spirit are saying tough cycle is coming to an end. Wow, that was a really interesting reading, Capricorn. I hope it helped you. I hope it resonated with you. And if you did enjoy it, please do drop me a like. It just helps a lot. And I look forward to this reading next time about your adventures. We'll see when it's going to kick in. Take care, and I'll speak to you all really soon. Bye for now.